Yo, what's up guys? You got PokeaimMD here, coach of the Bronx Beartics with my week 14 battle of the UCL. There's only 1 week left, week 15 of the regular season, then playoffs start. I'm playing Nips, coach of the Long Island Regirockies, a good friend of mine. And yeah, let's just get right into the game. Seems the team preview is about to pop up, so. Ooh. Okay, no Soccer Jagaugi. Awesome. Togetic. Why did I start with Togetic? It's all the way on the bottom left. Okay, there's a Paladon, Alakazam, a Channeler. Alakazam. No Mag, that's awesome. Channeler. He's very weak to Manaphy. I mean, he has faster ways to beat it. I'm assuming he might be Scarf Channeler too. Umbreon. And how can I forget Zeph, man? My boy. Zeph, the Weavile. I miss you, buddy. Okay, so I don't want to do this. I very much do want Stealth Rock up immediately. I honestly don't think there's anything bad with that. Alternatively, I could just lead off with Beatdown and just start wrecking. But I think if I lead off with my my Mega Aggro and Mega Evolve and just get up Rocks immediately, he can't really do too much about that. I would get up a T-Spike. But the thing is, if he leads off with something like Zam, I much rather get up Rocks. They'll be pressuring him. They'll be putting pretty much everything in range of my Scarf Kyurem Black. Scarf Kyurem Black puts in a ton of work this game, especially if I can get rid of Umbreon. I kind of just spam Shadow Ball because Channeler and Weavile take Stealth Rocks. I don't really take it too well. But let's begin. Curslax also has a great chance of winning this game. DS. This would be the DS bottom. We'll get rid of that. So good luck to my buddy Nips. And if you guys want to check him out, his link is down below in the description. So he leads off with the Togetic. A perfect, literally a perfect lead for me. Because you cannot touch me at all. I was also going to lead off a Garbodor, but I was very scared about these things. So I'm going to get up my Stealth Rock right here. Why does it look so angry? It's his eyebrow. It definitely is his eyebrows of Togetic. It definitely is the eyebrows of Togetic. That's the only reason why it looks angry. But he does choose to stay in. Let's see what he's going to do. Maybe Flamethrower, Thunder Wave. Those are all options he could do. I am faster. I mean, I knew I'd be faster. The thing is slow as hell. He might just Baton Pass out and out of there. That man Thunder Wave. Alright, so we already know he has T-Wave. The yellow color, we do have to play around that. T-Wave. I'm assuming it's Roost, Defog, maybe Dazzling Gleam or something like that. I'm going to Toxic it though. That way he can't really touch me. Pretty much anything coming in being toxic, whether it be a Hippowdon. Honestly, I think it would be Hippowdon. But whether it be a Hippowdon or anything else, won't appreciate it at all. He can't really go Alakazam or Weavile because if I Heavy Slam to get smacked, he definitely could go. He definitely could go. He definitely could go Hippowdon. I think Hippowdon is just his best bet. And if I am able to Toxic that thing, amazing. There's a Seismitoss. Okay, T-Wave S-Toss. Ooh. That's smart. But now it is statused. T-Waved. That's very smart. I like that actually a lot. What he's trying to do is weaken me so I don't have good Weavile answers. I like that very much. But now he's poisoned. And I'm just going to throw off a Heavy Slam. I don't even care if he defogs right here. I expect him to. So hopefully we're able to break through paralysis one more time. Let's see. I feel the full power. There it is. But I really want up Stealth Rock this game. I very much want Stealth Rock up. Stealth Rock are like the difference between, I think, winning and losing. And Rocks are so important in this game. I could... See, the thing is, I could go out into my Manaphy because I do have Rain Dance and Hydration, but I don't want to risk that. I'm just going to go for my Stealth Rock again. Especially because he's on a timer. Yeah, he does switch out. So, nice. So now he's going to be coming in at a lot less. I'm assuming that's a Powder right there. The Dawn. I like how he named it. Now we are able to get up our Rocks clean. So Channeler is going to be taking 25%. I still do have Aggron and a good amount of HP as well. And what I can do, I think I'm just going to go hard into Manaphy and throw off a Scald. Nothing on his team appreciates it at all. And I do beat Umbreon 1v1 even if I burn it. So I'm going to go hard into Manaphy as he gets up his Rocks. Cling. I mean, well, smart play. SR! Sorry, I love Shizzy, man. I love Shizzy. And what we will do is go right for the Scald. Nothing on his team really wants to take it. I do damage to Alakazam. I do damage to Weavile. Rock Sharp, but nothing I can do about that. If Togetic does want to come in, it will die to Scald plus Ice Beam. It should after Stealth Rock and Poison damage. And if he expects me to Tail Glow up, what I can do is just again just throw off the Scald. He doesn't have a water resist on this team at all. Not even a good water resist. He just doesn't have a water resist. Plain and simple. So if I pound him to switch, I'm assuming Umbreon's gonna come out because nothing else really wants to. Yep, there's the Umbreon. What can you do to me, buddy? Even burning it I wouldn't care too much about Synchronize because I do have, again, the Rain Dance. Ooh, absolutely nothing. So, I'm gonna Tail Glow. I don't see a reason not to. I have 0 IVs, so he's not gonna be doing too much. If he Toxics me, I do have the Rain Dance one more time, like I said, and we should be able to pick up a kill. So, I don't see a reason not to Tail Glow up at all, unless he's Roar Umbreon, but we'll find out right now. So, I don't know, everybody when they bring Eevees versus me, they love to run Roar on them. There's the Foul Play. Doesn't do much. It is a 5-hit KO on this Manaphy, if I'm not mistaken. And what we will be able to do is pretty much kill something right now. And if Umbreon goes down, I get to spam Ice Beam, so I'll be glad with Umbreon going down. Yeah, I'm going to throw off a Scald first before I go for Rain Dance because I don't want it to have... I don't even know if this thing learns Roar, but I don't want it to do something like that. And there's a Toxic. So what I can do is go for that Rain Dance. That way he can't really do much to me at all. Basically, he won't be able to knock me out. He will not be able to knock me out if I go for Rain Dance. And we take that. And if he wants to protect here or try and wish up, pretty much I get leftovers back. So I can definitely see him doing something like that. So we're going to Rain Dance. We know he has Foul Play, Toxic. I'm assuming he's Wish Protect. Foul Play, Toxic. Let's see if he decides to go for Wish. We get our Rain back. So now the Toxic isn't going to be doing too much at all. Or anything, honestly, because I will heal at the end of this turn. As he goes for Moonlight. So that's also great because he's not going to be recovering anything because the rain is up. Moonlight. And now we have a Rain Boosted Scald. So literally everything dies right now to a Rain Boosted Scald. Everything. I don't even think Umbreon learns Roar. I'm gonna check right now. I just feel like I feel like I should because it's like a cat. Umbreon, do you roar, my friend? No, you don't. You learn Round though. Okay, that's cool. But now my Manaphy is in range of pretty much I 2 KO everything. All right, I'll call something right now. So Umbreon is not dead. It does go down the burn. However, I do get the burn myself. Yeah, and doesn't that mean Foul Play does less? Yeah. So that actually helped me. Not only do I heal because of hydration, now he dies to burn. That's funny. And Umbreon being gone means I can spam Ice Beam. Yes, he does have Chandelure, and yes, he does have Weavile. However, Weavile being forced to take Stealth Rock, being able to get rid of Alakazam, pretty much everything. Nothing appreciates my beatdown now, at all. So Manaphy again. Really big problem for him, and getting rid of Umbreon early just helps the majority of my team. It really does. The fact that he didn't bring Sock, Regirockies, any of those Pokemon, like any banded Pokemon like that. Well, not Regirockies, obviously. Regirockies could be Specs, but like that, it just helps a lot. So Alakazam comes out, and I'm very tempted to kill this thing. I am extremely tempted to kill this thing. Let me just calc something. Manaphy, Beartics. Mega Alakazam. Level 50. I know Psychic doesn't kill, but let me see Modest Energy Ball. Because if he has Energy Ball and he's Modest, it could kill. I want to check if it could kill. Energy Ball does 168 max. It does 142 to 168. That's if he's Modest. So it does have a chance to kill me. I do want to save this thing. if that is the case. See, it's tough, right? Because the thing is, the roll is in my favor to live. He needs to be one. He needs to be modest to do that. Let me see if he's timid. Can he be modest versus me? Versus Garchomp? Okay, if he's timid, he doesn't kill me. I don't think he's modest. Mainly because I have Garchomp and think. That's tough. A Pyro wouldn't be something that threatens him. You know what? I risk it. Because if I can kill this thing, great. That opens up the door for Snorlax as well. Not that Snorlax doesn't beat this already. It's just, it's a threat. It's definitely a threat. So the Energy Ball should come out. I expect the Energy Ball to come out. There's the Energy Ball. If he's timid, he doesn't kill me at all. If he's modest, it's a roll, and it's in my favor. And he was modest, and he got the roll. So that was my fault. But at the same time, now I get to Pursuit Trap him with my Snorlax. So while I did lose that Pokemon, it's not necessarily like super useful to win the game. And now I do get to Pursuit Trap him. But the fact that he's modest is very scary for me. Extremely scary. So I'm glad I'll be able to Pursuit Trap him here. Even if he stays in and goes for Focus Blast. One, he has to hit 2 Focus Blasts. 2... Another play I could have made there was go Aggron, but I really do want Aggron just to take 1 hit from Weavile so I can put him in range of Ice Beam after Rocks the next turn. Because my Kyurem can spam it. Which is what I'm trying to do. So there's a draw, we're able to get the Pursuit off. This shouldn't kill, but possibly with Rocks, yeah. I don't have any attack investments, so we're able to put Alakazam at about 15%. 15%. That's going to come out. And by the way, the fact that his Umbreon is gone also really helps my Calm Mind Regirockies. Yes, he does have Chandelure and Weavile, but with this thing alive, I'm not too worried about them. So what I will do is go directly into my Garbodor on this. I do threaten it with the Gunk Shot. I don't expect him to Thunder Wave. I expect him to Defog, if anything, which would even help me. So there's the Defog. And now he is extremely low. Extremely low. Now to decide if Toxic Spiking is better than a regular Spike, and I believe it is. Togetic does die to the Gunk Shot. I believe a Toxic Spike is better than a regular Spike. We put everything on a timer. If he wants to stay in, that's fine. He will eventually die to Poison, is what I'm trying to say. So he does Thunder Wave me, but I mean, like I said, he's going to die to Poison. He's T-Wave, Roost. I'm assuming he's Roost. He doesn't have to be Roost. Yeah, but basically because of my Black Sludge recovery and the fact that he is already poisoned helps me out a lot. And what I will do is just get up my Spike right here. If he wants to defog, he defogs, but I'll get up a Spike. Yeah, he defogs. So let's see if we can break through and get up this Spike right here. Really nice for Weavile, for Zam. No, we do get fully paralyzed. Ah. That is what it is, though. As he dies. So at least Togetic is down. Togetic goes down. I don't get up a Spike or T-Spike, though. And it's going to be tough to get it up versus the majority of his team. Yeah, as the Alakazam is able to get up. Basically, if I got up that Spike or T-Spike, Alakazam died. Aftermath. Oof. So I think the correct play is to go out into my Regirockies on the Focus Blast and then pivot into Snorlax on potential Shadow Ball. I expect him to Focus Blast here. He could Psychic, but I expect him to Focus Blast here. And by me pivoting, if he does have Shadow Ball, by me pivoting into this, into Snorlax, I get at full HP, and even if he crits me, he can't beat me. But if I go into Snorlax now and he Psychic crits me plus Focus Blast, I could lose. So, not lose per se, but it'd be a little bit more annoying to deal with. God, Modest is so strong. So we're going to double out into our Snorlax right here. I'm not sure if he go right for Shadow Ball. But I'm going to make the correct play. I'm going to make the play to be able to pick off his Alakazam. And that's what I want to do. He could predict that, like I said. He could go for Focus Blast. This is where getting up that T-Spike or Spike would have been nice. This thing would have only had 2 hits if it was T-Spike. And if it was a Spike, obviously. But I mean, Thunder Wave is the good move because of what it does. It's a good move because of that exactly. What is that, like 20%? What if he's Recover Alakazam? Ooh. Ooh. The Focus Blast here, very good play on my opponent's part as well. Smart play. I applaud him for that, if he does. And if he does that and then he hits, I applaud him for that. The thing about Pokemon like Weavile and Alakazam is they're just such threats. And I love them. I love them. Love Weavile, love Zam. Love Weavile more, obviously, though. So he doesn't also have to risk this if he doesn't want to. But Alakazam now is 100% in range of like a -6 Draco, which is something it might seem like, why the hell are you saying that? But it's something to note. And if he doubles into Chandelure here, that'd be great too. Oh my god. Is that Chandelure? Oh, this is perfect. This is actually perfect. So, now I'll also be able to get rid of another Ice Beam resist. But do I value Stealth Rock more? Because if he tricks me here, do I value Stealth Rock more? I honestly don't. Yeah, I don't. I'm going for Pursuit. I definitely... Because I'm thinking about going out to my Mega Aggron on the trick and then setting up rocks. But that also that's like, I have to break through. I have to break through in order for that to happen. And I'm not risking that. I'm just going to click Pursuit multiple times. I'm thick fat, obviously, so his attacks aren't going to do anything. Yeah, and by me also getting rid of this, again, Ice Beam resistance is gone. Let me just count how much Kyurem Black does to this with the Ice Beam. I should have been doing that originally, but I just didn't feel like it. Chandelure. There's a switch. I guess he doesn't have Trick. So we're able to Pursuit Chandelure and put it in range. Okay, that's level 100 versus level 50. God, calm down. That actually is in range of the... that's clean. That's in range. So that's about 30%-ish. I want to say. That's about 30%. I don't want to be superpower. I think my best bet is just going into Regirockies. Just pursuing Chandelure and Alakazam is so good for me. He does double, very, very, very solid double on my opponent's power. What does he go out to? Into the Weavile. But the thing is, if he is Life Orb, this is better for me than it is for my opponent. And I'll tell you why. I am Cobra Berry. Very, very, very good double on his part. Extremely good double. But it is way better for me than it is for him, assuming I live this because of my Cobra Berry. Weavile. I do live this because of my Cobra Berry. Let's check if he's Choice Banded. Let's make sure I live that too. I also live Choice Banded. 100%. So, the thing is, I EV this thing to 100% knockout Weavile after a Life Orb hit with Hidden Power Fighting. Let's go for it. Very, very, very solid play on his part. Extremely solid play. I commend him on that. He actually tries to predict my, He tried to predict my what's it called? My Aggron from there. Oh man. Oh man. And HP Fighting gets the mid-roll. But he can't knock me out at all. Was that Choice Banded? Because that did... I think that was actually Choice Banded. Isn't that funny to say? I'm going to go for Psychic right here. I think that was actually Choice Banded. And Psychic knocks out Chandelure. I really do believe that was Choice Banded. Because low kick from a Choice Banded Weavile does 14 to 17. And that did around that much. So he tried to predict my Aggron right there. And let's see if I was right. I kind of regret clicking Psychic. I think actually Recover would have been the better play. But then I would have been in a position where I had to hit like Chandelure and stuff like that. So, I mean, either way, like I said, either way, I'm knocking him out with Ice Beam now. Everything is in range of the Ice Beam. I did set it up for the Kyurem. So yep, that was banded as I did count correctly. Let's see if I can catch this Channeler with a Psychic. That's the Alakazam. That's fine. That's definitely fine. This probably won't be able to knock it out. Oh, I actually pick up the KO on Alakazam. I didn't expect that, but Zam is gone. Nice. Nice. Zam is gone. The Weavile comes out. I can afford to sack. I can definitely afford to sack. Actually, at the same time, no. The smarter play is to keep this alive just in case a Powdon becomes trouble. Let's see if he goes for Pursuit here. And to sack my Garbodor, because if he does knock me out, then he gets Aftermath and dies. So this is the smarter play. So he shouldn't be able to O-Call me with one hit. Two should be able to. Oh wow, he is able to knock me out with one hit. But either way, I can just sack this. Aftermath knocks him out. So Weavile is gone. I still keep Regirockies alive. And all I got to do is go right out to Powdon. Excuse me, Kieran Black. Because Kieran Black deals with the Powdon and it deals with the Channeler. And rocks are not up. Rocks are not up at all. So my Kieran Black has as many switches as it wants. And he goes at Powdon first. So what that means is, even if this is like Choice Bandit or something and manages to somehow knock me out, I just click Ice Beam twice. And I win. Nice. So like I was saying, putting him in position to be swept by this, obviously the Psychic play helped a lot. Hippowdon goes down. I get a crit on it. It depends on what type of Hippowdon it was. If it was physically defensive, it didn't matter. If it was special defensive, it did matter, but it couldn't knock me out if that was the case. And what I can do is just go hard into my Snorlax right here and just start clicking Pursuit. Just so I can just click Earth Power and knock him out. I mean, I also lived any hit he wanted to go for, but I'm going for this play just because I win this way. So there's the overheat. And my boy CBB will be able to come through and knock him out with the Pursuit. And that will be game. So I guess he didn't have Trick, or maybe he... Okay, what I'm thinking is Overheat, Flamethrower, because Flamethrower is no risk, or potentially HP Ice, Energy Ball, and Shadow Ball. So we will be able to knock him out with Pursuit, and that will be game. This Overheat ain't gonna do crap. -2, thick, fat, yum. Lovely. And CBB will be able to finish him off with the Pursuit, and that is gonna be good game. So good game, Nips. Guys, we managed to win this week. Next week is our final battle of the regular season. We are playing the King Nappy, and that should definitely be a fun match. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Of course, like I said, go ahead and subscribe to my boy Nips. His channel link will be down below in the description, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, friends.